Okay, so I'm the next moderator for today. My name is Putri Kartika. I'm also from Taiwan Education Center in Jakarta Regional Office. Okay, now we continue the presentation from other universities. Okay, for the next universities is Kaiwan University. For Kaiwan University, Kainan University representative, the time is here. We are looking the video first.
Everybody 跟着我，往学校里探索，穿过阳光来到同学喧闹，开南的味道。Stand with me, get this flow.
Kainan University. We offer a wide variety of academic programs with an active faculty, local and international students. Kainan University's curriculum integrates theory and practice, placing equal emphasis on developing professional skills and strong service orientation. A library provides free and open access to a broad range of learning materials. Kainan University has a number of clubs for both artistic and musical enthusiasts. Joining these clubs in Kainan University would help you to learn more about yourself, unlock your hidden talents, learn new skills, gain more friends, build relationships, and most importantly, have fun while pursuing your degree. In Applied Japanese program, we strive to make students competent in the Japanese language and culture. The School of Informatics focuses on the applications of information technology. It aims to develop students' professional competency in information management and communication. The School of Tourism and Transportation educates students to become professionals in logistics, aviation, shipping and tourism. The School of Healthcare Management calibrates students in the area of nutrition and health industry management. Kainan University will help you to grow up, discover, realize, and utilize your talents, develop your academic skills, explore your passion in arts and sports, expand your horizon, and achieve your dreams and aspirations here in Kainan University.
Okay, that's the short video from Kainan University. Please, Kainan University, you can deliver your presentation now.
Hello, can you hear me speak clearly?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, selamat petang dan salam sejahtera tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Nama saya Yun, seorang pelajar dari Malaysia, and it's a very honor to give a presentation to you today. I hope you enjoy the video in the beginning and are excited about the following content. Next. Taoyuan has the best location in Taiwan. And why do we say so? It's because the public transportation here is so good that we have all kinds of roads to let you move around in Taiwan. This picture is a snippet from Google Maps, and our campus has only 20 minutes away from the Taoyuan International Airport by catching a taxi. Next slide. Kainan is located in the Luzhu district. And the bigger image here shows four main transportation system in Taoyuan, which are Taiwan High-Speed Railway, Taoyuan International Airport, the train station, and MRT. And the smaller image below is the shopping malls you could reach by taking the public transport, which are Shinko Mitsubishi and Far Eastern near the train station, IKEA and Gloria Outlet beside the Taiwan High-Speed Railway. Next slide. Now let's take a glimpse at our facilities. Like nothing is more important than the ATMs. We have 3 at the first floor in our administrative building. 2 are for the CTBC Bank and 1 is for the post office. Previous slide, please. And the post office ATM here, kita ni panggil Youju. And after you work part-time in Taiwan, you will use this ATM to take out your money a lot. Next slide. And the basement of our administrative building has a student cafeteria. We have 6 food stalls, including rice boxes, soup noodles, Taiwanese braised food, noodle soup or pasta, and everything you need during your recess time is at here. Next slide, please. And this is a place people love to stay the most. Like if you need to take a brew of coffee every day, this is the place will come very often. And it does not only sell coffee, but the shop also has various kinds of snacks, bagels, sandwiches, low-carb lunch boxes, fruit smoothies, stationeries, and daily goods for purchasing. It's a lovely place to stay besides in libraries for discussing your assignment or having some chit-chat with your friends here. Next slide, please. And this is the convenience store. It's also in the basement, right beside the student cafeteria. Students or employees who don't want to wait, and they can come here to grab their food. And it also has seats for customers to relax. You can let the logistic company send your parcels here if you buy anything online. Next slide, please. U-Bike is one of the most friendly public facilities on our campus, or maybe in Taoyuan, because like the first 30 minutes of the ride are free. And once you have your student card, you can borrow the bike and ride it anywhere you like, as long as there's a U-Bike stand to let you return the bike. And we have a few bus stops at the roundabout. And if you are tired to ride, you can just wait for the bus and go to shopping malls or go to have your dinner. Other like printing office and libraries is also the spot you will go often once you come here. Next slide, please. And we have 2 student dormitories, and both dorms are joined together. The first floor has a public fridge and a microwave. The room type of the first resident hall is a bed seat. You share the public washroom with the people on your living floor, and the space in your room is much bigger. The amount here is included the electricity bill of NT 1,500. If you didn't use that much electricity, it will be refunded. Next slide, please. This is our second residence hall, and the room type is a studio. It means that each room will have an independent washroom, and it's more convenient. If you choose to live in the second residence hall, the amount will be 33,000. Again, the electricity bill will be refunded if you don't use that much. Next slide, please. So do we have scholarships? The answer is, of course, yes. For a bachelor's program scholarship, you don't have to pay tuition and miscellaneous fee in the first semester of your freshman year. And then starting from the freshman second semester until the end of your junior year, the deduction for tuition and miscellaneous fee will be 20% each semester. Next slide, please. If you apply for our master's program, you will have a 50% tuition and miscellaneous fee waiver for both semesters in your first school year. And if you are looking for more, try to look at the merit scholarship. The first place student in every class will get a 20,000 scholarship, which means that if you study hard enough and you have an excellence in your performance, it is possible to get the first place every semester, like 5 semesters, and be granted the scholarship. And the top 10% of students in the class will get an 6,000 NT for scholarship. As for master students, the first place will get 8,000, the second place will get 6,000, and the third place will get 3,000. But your performance mark cannot be lower than 8D. and you cannot have any demerits in the current semester. The same applies to undergraduate merit scholarship. Next slide, please. In Kainan, you have many chances to go abroad again in your study years. We have the dual degree program, exchange program, and international internship program. Next slide, please. We have 180 sister schools across the globe, and most of them are in Europe and Asia, and you may choose to participate as an exchange to any of our partner schools on the list. We believe students have the potential to bring out their best in a diverse learning environment, and it will boost their confidence and widen their perspective. Next slide, please. International Honors Program, known as IHP, is a program that offers students to learn business in English. Our highly qualified local instructors are PhDs educated in the West, like primarily in the UK and the US. IHP focus on 4 main aspects of business, which are management, innovation, finance, and entrepreneurship. We also provide students with all the Chinese learning resources to strengthen their language skills and to compete with the locals or other international students. Next slide, please. Presenting you the dual degree program with the University of Wisconsin River Falls campus. Undergraduate students will need to study in Kainan for their freshman and sophomore years, then go abroad to Wisconsin in their junior and senior years. If you are a master's student, you will stay at Kainan University for 1 year and go abroad to graduate at their campus. Next slide, please. And we will go to our exchange program. Slide. If you prefer to go abroad for a short period, our exchange program is your best choice. These are the photos of our alumni exchange to Europe. I bet Harry Potter fans spot the platform 9 and 3/4 at first sight, and you immediately know that she's in the UK. The photo in the middle is the iconic footwear of the Netherlands, like we call it clogs. And then there's this girl making friends from Italy, Spain, and Germany. Next slide, please. Our school has a long experience in exchanging program with Japan. It's strongly connected with the Department of Applied Japanese. We provide 2 exchange plans and 120 exchange quotas annually for encouraging students to widen their perspectives on Japanese culture. The first exchange plan is for bachelor's program. Students will finish 3 study years at Kainan University and go to Japan in their 4th year. For master's program, the plan will be 1+1, means that you study for 1 year in Taiwan and the last year in Japan. Next slide, please. Then we have the internship program with San Diego State University. We call SDSU here. The internship program is specially designed for students from the Department of Tourism and Hospitality Management. First, students pay the tuition fee at Kainan University and go abroad to SDSU. Then students can get a chance to work in a hotel for 1 year in the US with a guarantee of minimum wages, 15 USD per hour. The hotel manager will interview candidates face by face to examine their listening and speaking skills. In this case, no language certificate is required. Next slide, please. And have you ever wondered where the international students come from at IHP? These are our alumni, the emphasis is for your reference. Next slide, please. And let's move to our faculties. We have a total of 6 schools, which is commerce, transportation and tourism, informatics, humanities and social science, healthcare, management, and law. Next slide. First is the School of Commerce. There are 2 departments, International Business and Entrepreneurial Management. International Business also offers master's program to our students. Next slide, please. The second is the School of Transportation and Tourism. Like in the previous slide, we mentioned the internship at SDSU is specially designed for students from the tourism department. And Department of Air Transportation and International Logistics is never faded because online shopping is very common in this era. And as people are getting used to the COVID-19, like all the borders of countries are starting to open, the demand for talents in the leisure and recreation industry is growing too. And if you are interested in culinary and bartending, you are welcome to join the Department of Tourism and Hospitality. Next slide, please. The School of Informatics has 3 departments: Information Management, Information Communications, and Film and Creative Media. Information Management is an isolated action, like when you graduate from information management, like the job you can work is network administrator or database management, while information communication is more involved in passing information to the audience, like news reporter or publisher. Next slide, please. And we come to the School of Humanities and Social Science. The special feature of the school can offer is our Applied Chinese department. It is a foreign student bachelor program, means that it only accepts foreign students, so you can learn Chinese at your own pace. Because if it compares to other universities that accept local students also, you will have much stretch in learning. As for applied English and applied Japanese, the alumnus you saw in the previous slide is from both of these departments. Besides that, the school offers 2 master's programs. One is public affairs and the other is applied language. And if you're wondering what the public affairs is learning, public affairs is including government relations, like issuing the management and social responsibility. Next slide, please. And this is the School of Healthcare Management. The first one, Department of Nutrition and Health Science. It focuses on food science. You will need to study food chemistry, biostatistics, and public hygiene. And health industry is more focused on long-term care and life sciences. Students will have chances to get internships in hospitals or drugstores. In the master's program, students will develop their abilities in healthcare management, paramedic, and food safety management. A paramedic is neither a doctor, nor nurse, or physician's assistant, but a medical professional who specializes in emergency treatment. Next slide, please. The youngest and simplest school in our university. It only has 1 bachelor's and 1 master's program. It is the School of Law, where you study laws here, and our Master of Laws program mainly focuses on the comparison of laws between China and Taiwan. Next slide, please. And then there are some photos of teaching facilities and equipments, like Chinese culinary and baking lab. Next slide. And this is our Western culinary lab. Next slide. Our hotel demonstration, dining service, and bartender training classroom. Next slide. And then this is for the informatics school, the Anchor Photography Space, Virtual Studio, and Health Promotion Center. Next slide. And if your head is spinning after knowing so much information, and I will give you some advice on choosing the courses. Next slide, please. If you want to learn business in English, ISB is your first choice. And if you want to work in Taiwan, the key industry departments are suitable for you. And there's special conditions here. You need to have a Chinese language certificate like TOEFL A2 to apply and submit the B1 at the end of your freshman year. And if you are worried about your Chinese language proficiency, you can consider applying to our Chinese Language Center. If you want to just focus on learning Chinese, Department of Applied Chinese is our foreign students bachelor's program. And here, your classmates are all foreign students and you can learn together with each other. Next slide, please. And our school has many clubs and activities waiting for you to join, like with the video showing in the beginning, such as baseball team, cheerleaders, the annual foreign language singing competition, and international cultural festival. Next slide, please. And you have questions or want to know more about us, feel free to scan the QR code and let us know your needs. This is the end of my presentation and thanks for your attention. Makasih juga kepada para pekerja THEF Surabaya. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for Kainan University. For Indonesian student, if you have